Hello, nerds! Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your Weekend Nerdom Gaming Edition for the week of November 5th, 2018. This week in gaming, we have PT is back in the news. That's right, the playable trailer for the game that will never happen, sadly and horribly. More Smash Brothers to talk about, more stuff, all of the things, and we're hitting the intro.
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
As we get closer and closer to the December release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we are getting all kinds of news and updates. So, the roster has been finalized. The last two characters are Ken Masters, yes, that's right, Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter are both going to be in this game. And this is the Ken from Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, not the Ken from Street Fighter 5. Technically, they're the same character, though if you've played the two games, you know that they're very different playstyles. So this Ken is based on the Ken that was pretty much just a palette swap of Ryu from Street Fighter 2. Now, they effectively have the same moves, but Ken's stats are different, his speed is different, all kinds of stuff. The other character, the final character in the 74 freaking playable characters, is Incineroar, is a wrestling-based Pokemon, or is a wrestling-based character and is a Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon in so long that I didn't know this was a character from the game or the anime or wherever he originated from. I've never seen him before because I don't play that game anymore. So those are the last two characters, and it was announced that there's going to be 5 DLC packs. The first of which is going to be the Piranha Plant as a playable fighter. So each DLC pack is going to be a character, a background, and then spirits. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly how the spirits works in the game. I think it's like 3 to 5 spirits that you get in each DLC. And each DLC is also going to cost $6, $5.99 US. So there you can buy them individually as they are released, or you can buy the entire package for $25 or $24.99 US. Which is, I mean, it's $1 off of each pack. Again, you get the 5. They haven't announced who the other 4 are going to be, but do they really need to? Because everyone who gets this game is also going to get the DLC characters. This is just the way it's going to be. Fighters from here to infinity are going to charge us for extra characters. It's just a reality we're going to have to deal with. It's better than pay to play because, or pay to win rather, because it just is. Because you don't need these characters to beat everyone else. It'll just be, hey, a cool extra little thing. And you still have to unlock. You start with a very, very small roster of the 74 that are going to be built into the game. You're starting with a pretty small roster. I think it's like 12 of their characters are going to be automatically playable. Everyone else you have to unlock. I could have that number wrong, but it's something low like that. By comparison to 74, everything's low. That's all we have for Smash Brothers. Next, we're moving into PT. Yes, again, the demo that rocked the world. Oh man, if you haven't played PT, I feel so sorry. If you haven't at least watched somebody play PT, because it's kind of hard to play it these days. But you should definitely go find a decent Let's Play on the YouTubes and watch this thing in action, because it is something special. If you are uninitiated, you don't know what PT is. PT stands for playable trailer. It is a demo, effectively, for the final installment of, or what was going to be the final installment of the Silent Hill franchise. That was directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Norman Reedus as the protagonist. It was going to be called Silent Hills. And Hideo Kojima was involved. He was the producer. Just so much awesome happened, and then Hideo and Konami had their little falling out, and then Konami decided very briefly, because they're back into regular games, but very briefly they decided they were going to only make gambling machines in Japan, because they make so much more money off of those than they do video games, and it was just a perfect storm of crap that now the Silent Hills game is never going to see the light of day. Whatever was done has been shelved, and hopefully not deleted, but very potentially. So, the playable trailer, as soon as all of that went down, was pulled from the Sony store, was pulled from the PlayStation store, so you couldn't have it. So only people who had already downloaded it could play it, which is a surprisingly large amount, and actually a lot of those consoles that had it downloaded, people are selling those on eBay for like thousands of dollars. It's pretty insane, because this game is totally worth it. I'm not even selling that short. But so recently, in the last week or so, there have been issues with people's versions of PT, and it seems, or they thought anyway, that Sony was releasing a patch, was releasing something that was trying to not brick your console, because that would be suicide for them, but brick that app, effectively brick that game, that downloaded content. They were trying to make it unplayable because Konami just didn't want people to play their awesomeness. They want to feed us crap like the last Metal Gear game that just was such an abomination. Well, you can rest assured, you can rest easy tonight, knowing that is not actually the case. They did not release this patch. It has been gone over. It was who was it? It was Polygon. A team at Polygon they went through and rooted through the code and found no such patch. It just was a random grouping of people who had some coding errors in their download. So data issues, I'm sure, but just to be safe, they are still saying maybe if you have PT on your PlayStation, you might not want to do any updates until you know what exactly the system update entails. But yeah, either way, it's not there. As it stands now, they're not actively trying to delete PT off of people's PlayStations. They're just ignoring the fact that it exists. And as long as it stays that way, no issues. Next on our list for gaming news, we're talking about Sega Rewind. It's a real minor thing. I just thought it was really cool. It came out earlier this year on the Xbox and the PlayStation and PC. It's now going to officially be ported over to the Switch as of December 9th. No price has been set, though it's likely going to cost $20 to $30 for the digital version, and then probably $30 to $40 for the physical version. And I like bringing up the retro gaming stuff, and this is all of the things you remember about your Sega Genesis, and all in a disc. And yes, yeah, and now it's portable. That's the big thing, I guess. Now it's portable, so it's like having an amazing Game Gear. But that's all we've got for that. You can check, there is a trailer for it down in the description. Follow the link. You'll see the trailer. Last on our list, we are talking about Warcraft 3 Reforged. This is Blizzard. They announced this at BlizzCon. They are not really reimagining. They're re-releasing with an upgrade their last proper RTS, Warcraft 3. No, that's not entirely true because technically StarCraft 2 came out just a couple years ago. So their last Warcraft RTS, which is pretty cool because that's what kind of put Blizzard on the map, was being fantastic at RTS, real-time strategy. From the sounds of it, almost nothing is going to be changed as far as gameplay. It's all going to be superficial upgrades, so it's going to look as good as World of Warcraft, but still play like Warcraft 3, which is pretty awesome. There's going to be 2 packs for it. There's going to be the regular pack, which is going to be $30, and then the Spoils of War edition, which is going to be $40. Spoils of War gets you extra skins for your heroes, and actually is going to give you things for your other Blizzard games. So you get cards for Hearthstone, you get heroes in Heroes of the Storm, or characters rather in Heroes of the Storm, and just kind of more along that line. So that's Blizzard just knows how to do the fan service. They know exactly what their fans want, so this is going to be a hit, and I can totally see that happening. I'm cool with it. I love those original 3 Warcraft games. They're awesome. So hopefully my computer can play these, because I don't really have a gaming PC these days, but it should be pretty low on the RAM. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's end this. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. What did I miss? What should we talk about next week? Let me know in the comments down low. If, though, you want to go deeper in the conversation, jump over to the website, generallynerdy.net. That is the place that you can find all of the freebies and the social medias and the nerd stores for your nerdy swag. You can get all of that over on the website, generallynerdy.net. Or if you want more content, then there is a Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdy. You can go there for just $1 a month. You get more content. There's 4 tiers. $1 is the lowest tier. You do get more the higher you go on those tiers. So go check out patreon.com/generallynerdy. If you're new to this channel, though, click the subscribe button. If you like the episode, click the like button. If you are falling behind on your nerd news and you want to catch up, click or tap that box right there to the left of my face to do that. But before we go and do the things and click the boxes and the stuff, guys, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.